Life is feudal. Is it worth a buy? Let's read. Let's read the words of the developers. Realistic medieval multiplayer sandbox with terraforming, free preset and modular building construction, rich crafting, smelting, forging, farming, animal breeding, survival, no target physics-based combat, original combat formation system, and numerous other features. Wow. That's a lot of shit, guys. That's a lot of stuff, guys. But basically I want to start with this. This game is early access. Now, it is embryo access, a bit like some of the other ones that I've had to look at. It is really early access. I mean, really, guys. It's very early access. Bear that in mind, it's early access. I won't tell you again, but it is early access. I just told you again. But it's early access. And early access is good because early access gives developers money to make the game better, because some developers can't get publishing. So they need the money up front. Fine. But, and this is the but, guys, make it a fair price, because you can't just charge full price for half a game. If your game's going to retail at $29.99, which is, top end price for a highly polished good game, then yeah, sell it at that price when it's fucking finished, not when it's an embryo. And that's where Life is Feudal has immediately tripped up, because this game, guys, retails at $24.99. That's pretty much a full price AAA game right there. And the game is in what I would class as a very early alpha build, and I find that a bit insulting to the customers, because, well, like I've just said, it isn't anywhere near finished. It's probably got a lot of, maybe it's even a whole year of development, maybe it's more, before this is kind of going to be finished. I can tell that just by playing it. I'm not saying that it's a bad game, it's clearly not, as you're going to find out, but fair's fair, guys. If we are going to be paying money for this game as beta testers and bug reporters, surely we should get it at half of that price. I mean, you got Rust, $14.99 for Rust, guys. 7 Days to Die was, again, about £14 when it first came out. This is bloody full price, so it better be good. Right, so what is it? Well, I've mentioned Rust and 7 Days because they are the obvious type of games that come to mind when you start playing this. It's a survival game. It doesn't have zombies and things like that. It's against nature and your fellow players. So you've got animals and stuff, you've got nature, you've got hunger, you've got to get a shelter. It's the same stuff as Rust and 7 Days, only without the zombies. But this one takes it a lot further. Whereas in Rust and in 7 Days, you've pretty much got your house half built after a couple of hours. In this, you're still picking pieces of spelks out of your fucking fingers after 2 hours, because it's like a life simulator set in medieval land. The attention to detail in the crafting is just like scary. Don't think you can just come into this game and have a house in 5 or 6 hours. Ain't gonna happen. You're still snapping twigs off bloody trees after 2 hours and making your basic bloody tools. It takes hours to get anywhere in this game. It's a vocation, guys. This game is the kind of game, it is extremely immersive. It's the kind of game that if you just want to lock yourself away for half a day, yeah. But a word of warning, guys, playing this solo, you might as well pack your job in and do it full time, because it's pretty much impossible. There is so much to do, so much grinding. Everything is a massive, just to dig a fucking hole, you have to level up terraforming to 60, I believe it is, by right clicking on the ground and watching a little bar go up and giving you a level. I mean, it's mind numbing, guys. It's mind-numbing. This is why you need a lot of people. You need to drop with 3 or 4 mates with this, and you share your tasks. Some people level in a certain thing and you level in that, because if you're doing this solo, you've got to level up in everything yourself. It's not going to happen, guys. The rewards are great. You can get yourself a bloody castle, guys. There is so much to do in this game. It is absolutely 100% sandbox. There's no quests or anything like that. It is just, there you go, you're on this land, do what the f*** you want to do. Survive, basically. And so, to give you an idea, to build a little tiny pickaxe, you have to go up to a tree, right click on the tree, snap a branch off the tree. That takes about 60 seconds, maybe 40 or 50 seconds to do that. Then you have to do that, say, 3 or 4 times to get you a few branches. Then you have to do the same thing on the ground. You have to pick up grass on the ground. And then you have to walk to the mountains or where there's stone, and you have to forage the stone for pieces of flint. You might not find one every time you forage, so you might have to do that 2 or 3 times. So then you've got your pieces, then you craft your primitive basic tool. So just to get a tool can take 10-15 minutes. So you're getting the idea of where this game's going, and that's the way that I've found with everything that I've tried to do in this game. Everything that I've tried is a massive time sink. So it's not for the impatient. If you're an impatient guy who likes to just get a house up and then go and gank people, forget it. You're not going to like this game. This is more of the connoisseur of survival games. This is for your patient survivalist. This is for your guy who takes survival seriously. This game is not an arcade survival. It's brutal. It's a brutal survival game. And it's great fun. It really is great fun. The more I played it, the more I wanted to play it. Yeah, I'm just starting to get into it. But, and this is the but, there's bugs. There's a lot of... I've crashed. I've tried to stream and I crashed. And the frame rate is just horrific. I was getting 7 frames a second and I had to start turning stuff down. And I'm running an i7 with the GTX 770 graphics card and 16 gig of RAM. I mean, and it's fast RAM, it's Corsair RAM. And that's the kind of... Yeah, it's not optimized yet. It's early access. What do you expect? I'm not knocking the game for that, because this is what I expect in an early access game. But it's full price, and that's the problem. That's where the devs have tripped up. They've tripped up. I wanted to really give this a glowing review, but I can't. I can't sit here with integrity and say it's worth $24.99, because it's just not. In its current form, it is not worth $24.99. In a year's time, yes, it probably will be well worth $24.99. In fact, this game is shaping up to be one of the best survival, if not the best survival games ever made. If the bugs get eradicated, the promises get made that of what the developers have said, it has massive... In fact, out of all the games I've reviewed in the survival genre, I think Life is Feudal has the most potential out of all of them. I think it's done everything right, so I think it's set itself in a great place. A medieval world. What a better place than the medieval world. That's fabulous, with your castles, the way the farming goes, swords, and the combat in this is quite extensive as well. I mean, you have all your... It's a bit like your Mount and Blade stuff. You know, you've got your blocking, you've got your attacking, you equip weapons, you level up skills rather than you level up your guy. There's shitloads to do. Guys, the amount of stuff to do in this game is just incredible. There is a lot of crafting to be done, and each crafting is unique as well. There's 40 million alchemy combination that's unique to each player. You make your own combinations, so there's no 2 alchemists going to be the same, if you know what I'm saying. So trading is important, swapping stuff, because they may have something that you want and you may have something that they want, because they're different builds. It's quite amazing, guys, this game. It really, really is. I mean, you can go underground, you can tunnel, you can mine, you've got all the stuff like that, foraging around, all that kind of stuff. There's cooking, quite a complex food chain in this game where you can make all kinds of shit with cooking, loads of different recipes. So there's a lot to do, is what I'm trying to say. You can specialise in something and be useful, build a town, and you can be like the alchemist or the chef. So it is good if you can get in with a community of people and start building up your little farms and your little houses. Brilliant game, great fun, guys, but too many bugs. I want less bugs and I want more content, and I want it to run better before I'm going to start paying $24.99 for it. That's the way this game goes. It's a great survival game with massive potential. It's just a bit too pricey. It is. I'll be back in 6 months to re-review it, see what's gone in, and hopefully then it'll be worth the price. But please don't think that this is a shit game. It just isn't. It's one of the best survival games I've seen, but like I say, I've got to go with the price at the minute, and it's just, for what you get, it's just not quite there. But definitely one to keep your eyes on, guys.